So now I know a lot of people do not like Call of Duty Vanguard. I'm on the fence on this. Now I enjoy Vanguard more than Black Ops Cold War. I do not like Black Ops Cold War. I've already extensively stressed that a lot, especially on the main channel. Not too much on this channel, but I do when there's an opportunity. I like to mention it. But yeah, I just don't like Black Ops Cold War. I think it was a very bad game. I don't think it should have released at all, and I think it was definitely a step down from the previous game, Modern Warfare 2019. But anyways, as the title suggests, 15 things that I do not want, whether it be from Vanguard or previous games or just in general in Modern Warfare 2. Now, to start this off, we're just going to go through this video. No, I don't want to talk too much and drag the video on. We're just going to go down through bullet lists and stuff. Now, I do apologize if you can hear the lawnmower in the background. Again, this mic's sensitive. I have to get a soundboard so it actually sounds crisper and it's not so sensitive. So to start this off, we have thermals and MVG scopes. Now, Vanguard only has a thermal scope, and it's supposed to be a very early iteration of a thermal scope that Germany developed. Now, we don't know for sure if Germany actually used these in the field during World War II. More than likely not. More than likely it was just a prototype, but it was actually called the Vampire sight, not a thermal. It wasn't a thermal. It only had a limited range. But in terms of modern aspects, thermals and MVG scopes exist, used basically on a daily basis for night operations and stuff. But I don't want thermals and or NVG scopes in Modern Warfare 2. Solely being, you always, and I mean literally always, you will have a dude who's got a sniper rifle, who, especially if you're playing ground war, who's using an HDR with a thermal sight, sitting all the way back in their spawn or all the way back in the map with a thermal scoped sniper rifle, who doesn't move the entire game and just can see you perfectly fine. And I know there's some people who are going to say, just run cold-blooded forehead. Still, it's still pretty easy to see someone, even if they're running cold-blooded, with a thermal scope, especially with an MVG scope. And then you also have people who run thermals and MVG scopes on LMGs, and then they run smoke grenades because you can see through smoke with a thermal scope. Now, I don't know how that is in real life. I don't know if you can see through smoke with a thermal scope. Never tried it. I don't think I'll ever get the chance to try it because thermal scopes IRL are like the price of a gun, sometimes the price of the ammo. Well, that's a little dramatic, but yeah, I don't want to see thermals or MVG scopes in the game. I just don't want to see them because it just promotes not being good at the game. Because if you run a thermal, you're not relying on your eyeballs. You're relying on the scope to do the job of locating enemies. So, Infinity Ward, please do not add thermal scopes or MVG scopes. For the love of God, please do not. If you do add them to the game, don't allow LMG players to use them, and don't allow sniper rifles to be able to use them. Along with that, just like you did at the start of Modern Warfare, thermals, especially thermal scopes, could not see through smoke. And then they later changed it because a bunch of people were bitching about it. If you're going to add thermals for the game, don't allow people to put them on sniper rifles, and don't allow people to put them on LMGs, and don't allow people to see through smoke with thermals, because it's literally bullshit, and it just promotes not being good at the game. So, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Next up, we have team player collision. Now, this is especially noticeable in Vanguard. For some reason, the team player collision in Vanguard is it's just fucking ridiculous. It has gotten me killed so many goddamn times in the game. It's not even funny, especially in hardcore. It's ridiculous. Why is there team player collision to begin with? I have no fucking clue. Take it out of the game. I don't care if I can run through my teammates or shoot through my teammates. I literally do not care. Just don't have team player collision in the game, because you especially can have people who know what they're doing and know that it's a thing and will block you from going anywhere. Like they can stand in a doorway, and let's say that's the only doorway to get into a further part of the map, and he's just standing there and he won't move. Or he's mounted on the corner and the hitbox on team player collision is giant, so you can't get through the door. And then if you're trying to get through the door, you're more than likely to get shot and die. So team player collision, I don't want it to be a thing. If there's people watching this video that don't know what team player collision is, it's basically every player has a collision hitbox. So if you're some Call of Duty games, you could run through your teammates. I think actually all of them before Modern Warfare, all of them didn't have a team player collision hitbox or a collision hitbox. Now all of a sudden, COD does, and it's ridiculous. I don't want it in the game. It's fucking annoying. It gets me killed the majority of the time. You'll probably see it in the background gameplay maybe, or you've seen it in gameplay of other people where you're trying to run somewhere and your teammate's blocking the way and you can't get through. That's team player collision. It's fucking stupid. Just let us run through our teammates. Let us shoot through our teammates. No one cares. Just don't have it in the game, please. I know there's no need to talk about that much about it, but it's really bad in Vanguard. Next up, we have the camera shake. Now, I don't think I've ever played a Call of Duty where explosive spam and Killstreak spam is as ridiculous as it is in Call of Duty Vanguard. Sorry if you can hear the dog. Now, the camera shake, I think Vanguard is literally Battlefield, because with how much fucking camera shake and grenade spam and explosive spam is in the game. Your screen shakes so fucking much to the point where when you're shooting an enemy, you'll lose your target because your screen is shaking so fucking hard that you'll end up dying because the explosion isn't happening on his end, so he has no camera shake, and you have a fuck ton of it, so you can't do shit about it. So just give us a camera shake slider that completely takes off screen shake, or just don't have it in general. There's literally no reason for it to be in the game. Along with camera shake, I hope explosive spam and killstreak spam is significantly nerfed, I guess if you can say that. Because, again, Vanguard is literally like Battlefield 1. Because Battlefield 1 was probably the most explosive spammed Battlefield to date. And Vanguard is the most explosive spammed Call of Duty to date. It's ridiculous. Especially on Das Haus. It's ridiculous. And Shipment. It's actually ridiculous. If you guys remember when they added the thermite grenades. Or not the white... whatever game that... I think it's incendiary grenades or something. Remember when those first came out? Shipment lobbies were just it was just Godzilla constantly stomping on your screen. It's stupid. Next up, speaking of killstreaks, I do not want killstreak spam to be a thing, especially if white phosphorus is in Modern Warfare 2. Now, in Modern Warfare 2019, you can get white phosphorus as many times as you want. And it's ridiculous. It's probably the most annoying kill streak in Modern Warfare 2019, and I hope it doesn't return in Modern Warfare 2. Now, just saying white phosphorus spam, this doesn't mean just solely the white phosphorus kill streak. If there's any annoying kill streak in Modern Warfare 2, I hope you cannot have the ability to spam it, because they didn't limit the amount of white phosphorus per game. I've literally had a game in Modern Warfare 2019 where I had my team call in, I kid you not, 10 white phosphorus in one game, and the enemy have called in 3 of them. It was fucking ridiculous. And it was the most annoying thing I think I've ever witnessed in Modern Warfare 2019, so I hope it doesn't return in Modern Warfare 2. And then next up, we have certain camo challenges. Now, I do not like certain camo challenges in Modern Warfare 2019. I don't like hipfire kills. I know it's relatively easy. You just don't aim when you get into a situation where you're in a gunfight. Just don't aim. But I don't know. I find them very annoying. Crouch kills just promotes camping. So why? And then mounted kills, that especially promotes. As much as I like the mounted feature, it promotes camping. Don't give us a mounted kill challenge. For the love of God, please do not. Next up, we have everyone's favorite disbanding lobbies, or disbanding lobbies. I don't have much to say about that. Just like if I'm in a really good lobby, just don't disband me from the lobby. Like I don't care. Just stop doing that. That's all I gotta say about that. Just don't. I don't want it to be Modern Warfare 2. I know it's going to be the game, but I would like to think it's not. Next up, we have the end screen lobbies and can't leave when the match ends. Now, what I mean by end screen lobbies, this is solely pointing at Vanguard. Now, Vanguard added the thing to where when the game ends, you have this cinematic thing of going through the top 3 players on your team. I am going to say I'm going to be honest, I do not like that. I think that was a stupid thing to add at the end of the lobby because most people, when they play their game and the lobby ends, they just want to leave, go back to the lobby, and queue again. They don't want to spend another 5 minutes staring at some guy do a backflip and then throw shurikens into a AI's face, and then it has his name, and then it says he's got like a KD of 2.0 or something in the entire match. I don't like that. It's a waste of time. I just think it's fucking stupid. Cause then you gotta wait for them to do their cool intro moves, and then you gotta vote to whoever you give an MVP to, and then you gotta sit there and wait an additional 2 minutes before it puts you back into the fucking menu, the lobby. I hate it. It wastes time. It's stupid. I hope it's not Modern Warfare 2. If it is, let me skip it. And then what I mean by can't leave lobbies, when Modern Warfare 2019 came out, I think it was Modern Warfare 2, not Modern Warfare 2, I think it was 2019 Modern Warfare that added this. I could be wrong. But the ability to where when the match ends, the second the match ends, you cannot leave the match. So you're stuck there not being able to leave. I want that back. Because sometimes you'll join a match that you join the match, you run around, you get 1 killed and the match ends, and then you're stuck there. And then you have to watch the stupid end screen thing. Just let us leave. I don't know why that was a problem to add into the game. I don't know what problem they're trying to fix, but whatever. This is controversial. I do not like the shield being in a game. Because 1, the shield promotes camping. 2, the shield grind is annoying as fuck. And 3, the shield's kind of broken because you can instantly throw your lethals and your tacticals without like any, what's the word? Any fallback, I guess is the word. So basically, especially with throwing knives, is your character switches your shield and throws a knife so fast that it's like literally inhuman. If they add the shield to the game, first of all, make the camo grind like way easier. Secondly, when you throw lethals, make your character actually force them to switch off of their shield to their secondary to throw lethal and tacticals. I don't care how controversial that is. I don't care how many people are going to be mad at that. I just don't like the shield in the game because most people that I run into running a shield is camping. Or they're running an STG and a shield, and again, they're just camping. So I do not want the shield in the game. If they add the shield to the game, make the camo grind easier, and make the ability to where if you have to throw your lethal and tacticals, force the player to switch off of the shield to throw them. And make it long enough to where if you're in that close quarters engagement, now if someone has a throwing knife with a shield, they just throw it and you're dead. There's no animation. There's practically 0 animation. So now, in this instant, if you're close quarters with a shield and they go to throw their knife, they have to completely put their shield on their back, then throw their equipment. That way you actually have a chance to shoot them. I know you have a chance to shoot them now in the case of what shields are like now. I hate shields. I think I'm the only one in Call of Duty that hates shields in Call of Duty. I just don't want it in the game. And then next up, we have everyone's favorite, or at least my favorite, quotations and sarcasm around favorite. It's kicking me and other players from loadout screen when the party queues for a game. I don't know if you've noticed this, but when you're in your loadouts, screwing with your guns or your perks, and let's say you're in a party with friends, and your friend's the party leader, and when you're in your loadouts and your friend queues, it kicks you out of your loadouts back to the main lobby while you watch yourself queue. That is annoying. I don't know why it's a thing. please, for the love of God, I hope it's fixed in Modern Warfare 2. It's so annoying. There are so many times I'm fucking with my loadouts and I'm playing with friends in it's especially noticeable in Modern Warfare. Or in Vanguard, where you're playing, you're in your loadouts, your friend queues, it kicks you out and you're like, Jesus Christ. And sometimes you get that instant queue to where you can't even fuck with your loadout after because it kicks you. And then you're into a game and you're like, well, I can't screw with my loadouts now. And so you have to wait to get into the game to fuck with your loadouts. Now 10. We're at to number 10 here. We have 5 more. I want factions back in Modern Warfare 2. Vanguard, they got rid of factions, and I think that was like the dumbest thing they've ever done in Call of Duty. Well, not really, but I think it's one of the dumbest things they've done is completely get rid of factions because it's very annoying when you see the same character on the enemy team. This is kind of like what's going on with Battlefield 2042 is they got rid of the class system and put in specialist. I just want factions back, whether it be like NATO versus Russia or that's a little too real. Whether it be Coalition versus Allegiance, I don't care as long as factions are back in Modern Warfare 2 for multiplayer. I literally do not care. I just want them back. I'm tired of seeing the same players on the same team. Like me playing as Roland, and then I see 3 Rolands on the enemy team, and I'm like, well, that's okay. And then as for 11, if you guys have played Vanguard for even 5 minutes, you would know that Vanguard is suffering and still is suffering from packet loss and constant lag. Every time I play Vanguard, I at least get a packet loss or a lag spike at least 5 times a game, and it's so annoying because you guys have seen it in videos multiple times where I'm in a gunfight and packet loss hits, and for some reason the dude on the other side of the gunfight doesn't have packet loss, so I'm the only one lagging. So I lose the gunfight solely because the game lagged on my side. I hope to fucking God that's not a thing with Modern Warfare 2. I don't have much to say about it. Next up. Now this is a thing for a general thing in Call of Duty. This happens to every Call of Duty. If I rage quit or if I leave during a game, let's say I join the losing team. More than likely every time I join in mid-game, it puts me on the losing team. It's very annoying. That's one thing that I hope they can't really do anything about that. That's part of like skill-based matchmaking. I would add skill-based matchmaking to this list, but let's be honest. Skill-based matchmaking is going to be in Call of Duty from now on. They're never going to remove it. But back to the one we're on. If I am not liking the game I'm in, and I leave or rage quit, whatever term you want to use, do not put me in the same fucking game. There are so many times to where my team is getting ass fucked and I leave the game and then I queue for if I queue again for another match, it puts me in the same game. Stop doing that. Why, if I leave the game, why would I want to join back into that same game? I know there's people playing the game other than just one match. Just put me in a different match. It's not fucking hard. And then next up, this is another controversial thing, and yes, I'm about to say this. Disable Killstreaks and anything explosive in hardcore. That's right, I said it. I know that's very controversial, and I know a lot of people are reading in the comments right now. I hate Killstreaks and explosive spam in hardcore. It's ridiculous, especially in Vanguard, especially with the impact grenades. Jesus Christ. First of all, I hope there isn't impact grenades in Modern Warfare 2. They're not going to do this. This is just a personal thing I don't want to see in Modern Warfare 2. Obviously, I know it's going to be in hardcore. Am I going to complain about it? Kinda. But am I really going to care? Not really. But I just don't want kill streaks and explosive spam in hardcore. I want them disabled. I want your lethals disabled, and I want kill streaks disabled. Why? Because it's a clusterfuck and it's stupid. Some people are trying to grind for camos, and that's all they want to do is play hardcore, grind for camos. If they can't do that, if there's one dude on the enemy team sweating his complete fucking ass off, and he's just constantly spamming kill streaks, like, you're not going to have fun. And that goes back to, you're going to leave the game, and then it's going to put you in the same game, and then you're going to get fucked again. So, I know that's a controversial thing to say. I just don't want kill streaks in hardcore, and I don't want any explosives in hardcore either. I know a lot of people are fucking ringing right now. Also, on top of that, small maps like Shipment, I kind of would like them to test to disable kill streaks in very small infantry-focused maps just to see how it plays out. I think it would be a lot more fun because sometimes, again, just like the previous example, if you're playing Shipment and there's that one guy sweating his ass off with a fucking gunship, a fucking chopper gunner, and then white phosphorus, he's just going to constantly spam those, and you're not going to have fun. Along with that, something I just realized is there's 2 perks, actually 1 perk that I don't want to see. So this would be 14. Okay, so I lied. 16 things that I don't want in Modern Warfare 2. So number 14 is I don't want the perk Kill Chain in the game. Now, if you don't know what that means, Kill Chain is a perk in Modern Warfare 2019 to where your kill streak kills count towards your kill streaks. Okay? I don't want that in the game because that's just annoying. Because there's so many times where someone's camping and they get their 1 kill streak while they're camping, and let's say that's a chopper gunner or something, or they get a care package, and there happens to be a chopper gunner in their care package, they can then use that care package chopper gunner to get the rest of their kill streaks. And I just think that's stupid. Because most people who run kill chain are camping. Or they think they're reliving the original Modern Warfare 2 days to where kill streak kills counted towards your kill streaks. I know that's another controversial thing to say. I just don't want kill chain in the game as a perk, and I do not want your kill streaks to count towards your kill streaks. I know that's like a nostalgic thing for Modern Warfare 2, OG Modern Warfare 2, but as much as I love the OG Modern Warfare 2 and, you know, got a couple nukes through doing your chopper gunner, your Harrier, and then your gunship, I just don't want to see it in Modern Warfare 2 because it's annoying, especially when campers get it. They get a care package, they get their 5 kills or their 4 kills if you run the other perk, and then yeah, they just yeah. Anyways, as for 15, this is especially prevalent in Vanguard, especially on Das Haus. There's a lot of glitch spots and head glitch spots in Vanguard that I just don't want to see in Modern Warfare 2. Now, I know bugs and glitches are going to happen in a game. I just don't want head glitch spots to happen because it's so hard to see when someone's in a head glitch. Especially when, for Call of Duty's sake, the bullets of your gun come out of your character's head. That's why they call it a head glitch. They don't come out of the barrel like, you know, indie shooter, milsim shooter games do. They actually model it to where the bullets come out of the barrel, not your head. So, yeah. And then lastly, another controversial thing, and this is a thing in Call of Duty for a long time, is the fact that SMGs are literally broken. In every Call of Duty game, SMGs are actually broken. They outperform every weapon class in the game, and I hope SMGs in Modern Warfare 2 aren't as broken as they are in Vanguard, because literally the only category to use in Vanguard are SMGs. You got the MP40, the Sten, a little bit but most of the SMGs in Vanguard are broken as fuck. So I hope SMGs are not broken in Modern Warfare 2. Are they going to be? Probably. But that's something I just have to deal with. So that is 16 things that I don't want in Modern Warfare 2. Let me know down in the comments if you agree with this list or not. I'm going to let you guys go so I can turn my AC unit on because I'm sweating because it is 98 degrees right now. So, without further ado, like, comment, subscribe, ding dong the notification bell so you guys know when I upload. Hopefully, tomorrow, for me, I will be able to play the new season and record my first time playing Shino Numa. Without further ado, this has been Obsessed with Modern Warfare.